Good morning, students. Students, now we will start with the remaining part of our lesson, Stone Age, Stone Tools. Now I will read paragraph by paragraph and explain you all accordingly. Please pay attention while I am reading. Okay? Yes. Old Stone Age, Paleolithic Age. Homo habilis and Homo erectus, who belonged to the Old Stone Age, both made their tools using the percussion technique. This technique involves beating and striking one large pebble against another to obtain stone flakes. The first tools made in the Old Stone Age with this technique were crude. Only one side of those tools had a sharp edge. Such tools are known as choppers. They could only be used for breaking nuts or bones. The tools made by Homo habilis were of this kind. They indicate that Homo habilis had not yet learned to hunt. Flakes of stone would be produced while shaping his tools. He used the flakes for scraping meat from hide, for chopping meat and other foodstuffs, for sharpening wooden sticks, etc. So students, Old Stone Age means Paleolithic Age. Okay? Paleo means old and lithos means stone. Okay? So the Homo habilis and Homo erectus, they belong to the Old Stone Age. Okay? They both made tools by using percussion technique. Now here, what is percussion technique? Percussion technique is hitting one big stone to another stone to get sharp pieces of stone. Okay? And those pieces are called flakes. Understood what is percussion technique? Yes. So students, the first tools made in the Old Stone Age by using this technique were crude. Crude means simple. Okay? So, simple means only one side of these tools had a sharp edge. Okay? So, such type of tools were called as choppers. Okay? And these choppers were only useful to break nuts or bones. Students, Homo habilis had not yet learned to hunt at all. Okay? They used flakes for scrapping. Now your scrapping means to remove something from surface. Okay? Means to remove. They used to scrap meat from the hide, from the skin of the dead animals. Okay? Homo habilis did not know to hunt, but they were scrapping the meat from the hide of the dead animals. Okay? Also, Homo habilis used to use flakes for chopping the meat, for cutting the meat and other foods. Okay? Also, they use flakes for sharpening wooden sticks, etc. Okay? Understood this paragraph? Okay. Let's move on to the next paragraph. Tools like the hand axe and cleaver made by Homo erectus are more proportionate and symmetrical than the choppers made by Homo habilis. A proportionate and symmetrical tool has to be mentally visualized first. Only then it is possible to make it. Homo erectus could mentally visualize his tools even before he actually shaped them. To obtain stone flakes, he used things like antlers as hammers. He further sharpened the edges of those flakes by scraping off smaller pieces to make scrapers as with very sharp edges. It means that Homo erectus was using different tools for different tasks according to the demand of the task. With his improved tools, Homo erectus could have a greater variety of food because he could now hunt a variety of big and small animals. This included mainly the deer, bison, rabbit, etc. So students, tools like hand axe and cleaver made by Homo erectus are more proportionate and symmetrical. Now, proportionate and symmetrical means they are proper, the tools were proper in shape and they were proper in size. Okay? And compared to the tools with the Homo habilis, Homo erectus tools were proper in shape and proper in size. Okay? Now to make a proportionate and symmetrical tools, it has to be planned and visualized before making it. Okay? Then only it will be possible to make it, or it will be possible to make a proper tool. Okay? So students, Homo erectus, they could visualize the tools in their mind. Okay? The Homo erectus could visualize the tool in their mind, how to make a tool and how to make it sharpen and how to give a shape to the tool. Okay? So to obtain stone flakes, Homo erectus use things like antlers and hammers. Okay? To take out the flakes from the stone. Okay? Homo erectus then sharpen the edges of those flakes which are obtained out of the stone. Okay? And the smaller pieces which are come out of the stone, those smaller pieces the Homo erectus were giving the shape, okay, and they were making it very sharpened. The edges of the flakes, the Homo erectus were making the edges of the flakes very sharpened. Okay. So students, this means that Homo erectus used different tools for different tasks according to the demand of the task. Okay. So because of Homo erectus has improved tools, he could have greater and greater variety of foods to eat, and by hunting variety of big and small animals they were getting to eat. Okay? And animals such as deer, bison, rabbit, etc. Okay? So these all things Homo erectus could do because they had improved in making of the tools. Okay? Yes. Now let's move on to the next paragraph. The Neanderthal man made further progress in tool making techniques. He began to make smaller tools. Homo sapiens brought about a revolution in the technique of making tools. He devised a technique of obtaining long and narrow blades of stone. He made various implements like the knife, scraper, borer, chisel, etc. from these long blades. He also began to use ivory and rare stones of the quartz variety for making tools and other articles. Homo sapiens had made significant progress in gaining knowledge of his environment and in the technique of making tools and obtaining food. This enabled him to stay in one place for a longer period of time. Groups of Homo sapiens had begun to build huts and live in them. They had also started celebrating social festivals. Many artistic objects and cave paintings created by Homo sapiens were possibly meant for these festivals. Homo sapiens had started using ornaments to adorn themselves. Beads from the time of Homo sapiens, made of shells, bones, and animal teeth, have been found. Thus, the beginnings of human culture go back to the Old Stone Age. So, students, then the Neanderthal man made progress in tool making technique. Okay, he began to make smaller tools. Okay, why he began to make smaller tools? So that he may able to handle it properly, so that the tool may be light for their hand. Okay, to handle. Students, Homo sapiens brought about a change in the technique of making tools after that. Okay, he started obtaining long and narrow blades of stones and made various tools like knife, scraper, borer, chisel, etc. Okay, out of the long blades. Okay, he made various tools like knife, scraper, borer, chisel, etc. out of the long blades. Okay, Homo sapiens also began to use ivory and rare stones for making tools. Okay, Homo sapiens not only used stones to make tools, but they also began to use ivory and rare stones for making tools and other articles, for making other articles also. Okay, students, Homo sapiens had gained knowledge of environment and in the technique of making tools. Okay, Homo sapiens had gained the knowledge of environment and also in the technique of making tools. Okay, and these made them to stay in one place for a longer period of time. Okay, students, they gain knowledge of environment, they gain knowledge of technique of making tools, and also they gain knowledge of obtaining foods. Okay, and these made them to stay in one place for a longer period of time. Okay, students, Homo sapiens had begun to build huts to live in them. Okay, They also started celebrating various festivals. They also started celebrating their social festivals. Okay, they made paintings, artistic objects for their festivals. Okay, Homo sapiens also started wearing ornaments to look beautiful. Okay, and the ornaments, the beads of ornaments. Okay, the beads of ornaments out of which the ornaments are made. The beads were made of shells, bones, and of animal teeth. Okay, the ornaments, the beads. Okay, the beads out of which the ornaments are made. Those beads were made of shells, bones, and out of animal teeth. Okay, so students, thus the beginning of the human culture was started. Okay, the human culture had begun in the old Stone Age period. Understood this paragraph? Okay. Now let's move on to the next paragraph. Remains of tools from the old Stone Age have been found in India at various places from Kashmir to Tamil Nadu. However, not many human fossils from the old Stone Age have been found in India. Fossils of human skull and the collarbone of an old Stone Age woman were found on the banks of the Narmada in the vicinity of Hathnura, a village near Hoshangabad in Madhya Pradesh. Besides that, the fossilized skull of a child from the Stone Age was found at a village near Pondicherry. Some remains of Old Stone Age humans have also been found in Afghanistan and Sri Lanka. Gangapur near Nasik and Chirki Nevasa near Nevasa are among the well-known Old Stone Age sites in Maharashtra. Gangapur is on the banks of the Godavari River and Chirki Nevasa is in the Pravara Basin. So students, the remains of the tools from the old Stone Age have been found in India at various places from Kashmir to Tamil Nadu. Okay, but not many human remains from old Stone Age have been found in India. Okay, students, remains of human skull and the collarbone of an old Stone Age woman were found on the banks of the Narmada in the vicinity of Hathnora, a village near Hosangabad in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, the fossilized skull of a child from the old Stone Age was found at a village near Puducherry. Okay, some remains of old Stone Age have been also found in Afghanistan and Sri Lanka. Okay, now Gangapur near Nasik and Chirki Nevasa near Nevasa are among the well-known old Stone Age sites in Maharashtra. Here also they found the remains of the humans of the old Stone Age. Okay, Gangapur is, where is Gangapur? Gangapur is on the banks of the Godavari river. Okay, and Chirki Nevasa is in the Pravara basin. Okay, so these are the places where the remains of the fossil of the humans of the old Stone Age had found. Okay, have found.